are you? Who are we? We are that bitch. No, you need to be like, who are you? Who are we? We are that bitch. Do that.
Her 46-year-old mother, Mahek Bukhari, regularly appears alongside her, dancing on Titok, and would soon become one of the most hated, cold-blooded killers that the city of Stoke-on-Trent ever witnessed. What appeared as a close family bond will soon take a sinister turn in February 2022, when Mahek Bukhari and her mom, Mahek Bukhari, decided to take the life of 21-year-old Shakib Hussain. What was seen as a road accident will soon reveal a dark secret no one would have imagined.
Shakib Hussain's father. Just want to say on behalf of Shakib's family, Shakib was a much-loved young man.
Born in 2002, Shakib Hussain grew up as an amazing child and has always been a gift to his dad, Sajjad Hussain, and his mother. Sajid was known to be a constantly smiling boy. For his family, he was a cheeky young man who always did his best to make his family happy. Shakib was a car lover, a young man who would often engage himself in a fast drive with friends. A handsome man who was beautiful both on the inside and out. But Shakib had an issue, his obsession for a woman who was twice his age. A desire that would turn from a story of love to extortion and sadly a cold-blooded death of his friend. His friend, Mohammed Hashim, was also known as an amazing human, a man who would do anything for his relatives, values that he put at the center of his friendship with Shakib. But on the night of February 10th, 2022, his willingness to help brought him to the wrong place at the wrong time, costing his life. What happened during the night that led to the death of the two young men in a car accident? Before we begin, we would like to express our sincere condolences to the loved ones of Shakib Hussain and Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin. May their souls find comfort in God's hands and comfort their poor family and community who still cry for their loss. On the other side, Mahek Bukhari, also called Maya, was a star. Born in 1999 in England, with her captivating brown eyes and beautiful face, Mahek was known for her beautiful and fashion-forward content, often sharing insights and updates with her followers. With her captivating brown eyes and beautiful face, she will often engage her followers on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube about different topics related to fashion, cosmetics, and travel, showcasing her passion and creativity.
We're so far enjoying day one. Can't wait to eat it. We're so starved. We're hungry.
Growing a significant fan base on social media has not been that hard for her due to her sexy posts and extravagant personality. Despite her thriving presence on social media, Mahek chooses to maintain a certain level of privacy surrounding her family dynamics, allowing her audience to focus on her content and message rather than her personal life. Originally from Pakistan, Mahek was really close to her father, Mr. Ali Raza Bukhari, but more to her mother, Mahek Bukhari, who always showed her support to her daughter to go on social media. Younger, she didn't get a chance to pursue her dream as a flight attendant. She would often come home from school, and her parents, who were very strict, would prevent her from dressing in fashionable clothes. In Ansri's mind, this was always been a desire that she has never been able to fulfill. Married early to Ali Bukhari, she was always been a housewife and never got a chance to fully enjoy her youth. But behind this face of the perfect family shown on social media was hiding a dark secret that would soon destroy the entire family. Everything started to change 4 years ago when Mahek encouraged her mother, Ansri, to download a video chat app called Azar. After creating her account and filling her profile with photos, she received a few invites from different men because, obviously, she was an attractive woman. As time went by, Ansri started to get more present on this app, and that is when she noticed a message and profile of a man insisting on being friends with her. At the beginning, like every woman, Ansri became distant and very skeptical about this new friendship. After a few messages, the two started to engage in a more serious relationship, leading the 45-year-old woman to have sex with this man. But something wasn't quite adding up. For 27 years old as mentioned in his profile, Shakib was too young. Obviously, the 18-year-old at that time lied about his age to seduce Ansri, who would have been old enough to be his mom. When Ansri noticed the young man had lied about his age, it was already too late. Ansri was falling under the taste of the sweetness of this new life and couldn't retrieve. So, she would regularly text Shakib on social media, meet in person, and obviously have sex more than once over the 3 years at Premier Inn Hotel. On one of the trips made with her daughter, she met a married dad in his 30s, with whom she struck up a sexual relationship. The pair would talk on the phone and meet in shisha lounges. For Shakib, this was his first love, and was obviously putting in all his spirit into this relationship, paying for the hotel rooms and inviting her to an expensive restaurant. He would have done anything for the love of his beloved sugar mama. She would often go outside with her daughter Mahek, dress differently, and party very often. But things started to switch in the wrong direction when her husband Ali started to notice a change in his wife's behavior. At this point, Ansri noticed that she had to make a change. She had to stop this affair with her sweet love, whom she manipulated for 3 years. She had to stop this affair to prevent her marriage and reputation to the community from being ruined. By January 2022, she was attempting to end the relationship against her younger lover's wishes. But unfortunately, it was too late. Shakib was already too involved in this affair and couldn't imagine himself being away from his first love, the first woman he had been spending too much money, time, and youth, who one day decided to stop everything. For Shakib, this was impossible. He would often send her late-night messages and try everything to prove his love to the point of being too much obsessive when Ansri wouldn't respond to his calls. But one thing Ansri didn't know, as she mentioned to the trial, Shakib got his chance and wasn't ready to miss it. While having sex at the hotel, the 21-year-old has it recorded. Shakib didn't miss his chance to having something against her when Ansri was getting undressed, both having sex and more. At this moment, the 46-year-old didn't know her life was going to change forever. Using sexually explicit images taken during their intimate moments together, Shakib would begin to threaten to send them to Miss Bukhari's husband and son. With her whirlwind romance soon becoming a nightmare, Ansri turned to her daughter for advice and assistance. Furious, Mahek recommended her mother that Shakib had to be silenced, and if needed, forever. In one of the WhatsApp messages collected by the investigators, Mahek mentioned, "I'll take care of that. Get him jumped by guys. We'll come to hear he was being jumped mostly by guys and killed." And another message saying, "No, take the message. This year, you'll be gone, Shakib. I've got every threat you've given my mom to expose her. Narcissistic bastard. Carry on speaking to her now. You will see movement soon." During the afternoon of February 10th, 2022, Mahek agreed to meet Shakib to collect his £2,000, money that he claimed spending on Ansri during those 3 years of relationship, threatened to send those intimate photos to her dad. But what Shakib didn't know was that this would be the last time he would blackmail someone. Instead of preparing to give the money, Mahek Bukhari decided to recruit others, including Natasha Akhtar, 22, from Birmingham, who owned one of the cars involved in the alleged pursuit. The plan was to lure Shakib into a meeting. Once at the meeting, he would be confronted with numerical superiority, and they were hoping he would hand the phone over. Otherwise, they were willing to cause him serious injury. if not silence him forever. It was 11:30 p.m. when the social media star left her home in Stoke and got into her Audi TT with her mother Ansri in the passenger seat to head to Leicester. At the same time, Shakib persuaded Hashim to drive him from their hometown to Bensbury. At 1:16 a.m., Shakib and Hashim in the Skoda arrive at Tesco, drive slowly around the car park, pause near the seat for a few seconds before slowly driving out of the car park, followed by the seat. As the seat followed the Skoda, Rakan gets behind the wheel of Mahek's Audi and heads off after the other cars. Mahek makes the phone call to Shakib in which he starts to shout at him and tells him, "Watch what I do to you." The three cars are seen on CCTV camera engaging in a race that led to the murder of Shakib and his friend Hashim. It was around 1:28 a.m. when Shakib made a 999 call, telling the police that he was being followed up by cars that were trying to ram him off the road and that he was going to die. What happened next is a disaster. Passing by the flaming wreck, Mahid and her friends contemplated the two young men crying, calling for help, and sadly dying, but refusing to make any effort to save their lives. After the murder, a surveillance camera shows the group walking, trying to create their story and possible lies they could tell the police. This is the fatal moment and crucial evidence in the investigation. After receiving many CCTV evidence from different locations, phone call logs, texts, WhatsApp messages, and GPS data, police were able to trace the movements of those involved, leading to the house of Mahek Bukhari.
Me and Nayman. No, yeah, we were.
Where was that?
So we stayed here, and then we went straight to Nottingham.
Right. Okay. In the Audi?
Yes, Audi. Yeah.
Right.
Shortly after 8, Mahek and Ansri were woken up at home by the sound of the police speaking to Mahek's brother and father. Dressed in a pink, fluffy, oversized hoodie, Mahek lied to the police, saying that on the night of the crash, they had been on their way to Nottingham for a social media event.
There's a car that's coming on the right hand side, a Seat Leon, don't know the model or anything, but it was blue, comes straight down, no speed, nothing, normal on the right hand side. We were always on the left hand side. This right hand side car's come now, the Leon, the blue one, has come straight next to me and come right in front of me, not very close. I've always said to myself, I'm a very good driver when it comes to this. I've been driving for 5 years, 45 years, and I've said to myself, always keep a 2 to 3 second rule gap, always, when I've said to myself, always done that. So this car's come not close, I've always braked. So I was doing 60, it was 70, I think it was 70 on the dual carriage or 60. I was doing 50 straight away, went back, went to 50 to 60, went back. This car didn't do anything to me. I don't know who, just a normal car going on the right to the left. The silver car, I don't know which brand it was, model, it's come zooming down. I've kept this 2 to 3 second rule gap, and the blue Leon's in front, I'm at the back. This silver car's come and cut into the middle, so we're basically all 3 cars very close. I braked and I said to my mum, what is this car trying to do? And my mum said, May, just keep your distance, everything's going to be okay. It's okay, just a reckless few people, just reckless because they know it's all the way down. If there's any cameras, there's going to be cameras. They must know there's no cameras. So they've gone all the way down. They've cut into my car. I've kept my distance. I braked. I think got to at least 40 because there was no cars behind me. Going to 40. This car was not threatening me, but agitating the blue car. So the blue car went onto the right lane, which is the overtaking lane, and the silver car went onto the right lane with the same car as the blue. So then the blue car went onto the left, and the silver car kept to the left, and it was just harassing. Like the blue car was trying to let you go, like go, you can go now because I'm letting you go. But this silver car was not letting the blue car go.
Brought to the interrogation room at the Lancaster police station, Mahek Bukhari drastically changed her version of the story, in which she claimed that she was home and didn't move from their house.
So then the blue car went on to the left, and the silver car kept to the left, and it was just harassing. Like the blue car was trying to let you go, like go, you can go now because I'm letting you. But this silver car was not letting the blue car go.
As you can see in the video, Mahek paused, trying to recall the details of the lie she carefully designed, using different body language and smiling like she was happy about what would happen next to Shakib and his friends.
Out from I didn't see. All I've seen is they've hit, and all I see is right, like a swerve. The silver car swerved to not my side, to the other side of the dual carriageway where the metal bits are basically. And I didn't see the car after that. I didn't hear a bang. Apparently there was mentioned there was a tree. I didn't see no tree. I didn't see anything. I've gone straight on. I looked at my mom and I said, Mom, what? I was just in shock. She goes, maybe there's a slip road.
First, she mentioned that she saw the car driving off the road, and a few seconds later, denied that she had seen anything. At this point, for the investigators, there is no doubt Mahek was hiding something, and even more than witnessing this crime. She was the one who premeditated with her mother Ansri by recruiting Rakan, Rais, Amir, Sanaf, and Natasha to commit this unthinkable cold murder. As the trial started, Mahek Bukhari and her mother Ansri were so confident as they believed the prosecution had nothing against them. They can be seen walking confidently outside the courtroom and playing games during their pause of the trial, thinking they would get away with the murder. On Friday, after describing her as a self-obsessed with an exaggerated sense of entitlement, the judge sentenced her to 31 years and 8 months for the murder of Shakib Hussein and his friend Mohammed Hashim Ijuzodin, with her mother and co-defendant would serve long years in prison for their sadistic act. One thing that comes to mind about this case is whether or not Shakib deserved this tragic end. Write in the comments what your thoughts are about this case.